comfortable going to his offhand, too, and that time the mid-post. Assess where your defender is at and where the help may come from. Feel comfortable about it, go into your move, take the shot, and that's what he did.
Caleb Love, he's hit a couple of threes, crossover, kicks it to the corner. Martinez hits a three.
1 minute and 35 seconds of good basketball to go. We're down 12. Let's see what we can do.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh, panic here from Tommy Lloyd early. Coming out of that timeout, Owaka, good body control in for two.
But you can't get turned. You just let Jaden Bradley walk right into a 15-footer.
Leading scorers are Bradley with 9 and Love with 9. Look at that. Lewis taps it away. Off to the races. Bradley with the finish. But that was Lewis.
In the Big Ten, he's got every physical asset you would want in a great defender. Terrific size, active hands, defense creating offense for the Ducks.
And he's giving you 10 points so far this game.
Yeah, it's right at his average at 10.
Taking on this assignment right here. Have to keep Caleb Love in check.
And Owaka setting a good screen, gets it right back and puts it in. Shellstaff, another three-pointer. That time it's short. The tip out, and Bradley chases it down. Caleb Love was calling for it cross court. Love leading the way with his 15 points. Drives, drops it off. They score!
Weapons that can hurt you from three, and Lyle's percentage isn't bad, but certainly you're worried about Hardman and Johnson and Isaiah Gray and some of these other shooters and the big fella making you pay from downtown.
That's his 60th attempt of the season and his 20th make. Lewis, for every player, they didn't get it. And Johnson's had a tough night. Continues to be tough. He's 1 for 8 from the field. The MAC player of the year. Now the three-pointer.
And the shortest in the tournament. Great pass.
The finish, another. His three-point number is still well below Akron's averages. You see 5 of 15. They attempt 30. They make about 11 per game. And their scoring averages, they average about 84. Oh, Baysar.
Guy with a high basketball IQ.
Yep, sure does.
Bradley directing traffic. Baysar comes. Francis pops out. Swing inside. There's that high IQ.
Pretty good guard. It's a big possession for Texas Tech to get a stop.
Love swings at Lewis. Bradley. And they get back to Caleb Love. Finds Baysar. Baysar at the basket. The big guy puts it in. 3 on the year. The native of Melbourne, Australia. Pass deflected, stolen. 3 on 2 for Arizona. Jaden Bradley skips to the bucket.
Third down back. You put him in, good things happen. Punt returner. He is fearless, and he's one of the most accurate shooters they have.
Tobe Owaka underneath.
That hook pass to the weak side is impossible to stop.
And a push by Kansas to cut it to 3. Jaden Bradley, 3. For the offensive rebound, Dickinson. Already 8 rebounds for Dickinson. And that wouldn't go, and here comes Arizona and Caleb Love.
Good job by Jaden Bradley right there. They were playing at a high tempo, and he slowed it down.
Henry Baysar lines up a 3.
How about this foul?
First field goal tonight for Adams. The drop off and the finish, Henry Baysar.
Can't give him any breathing room.
Kansas made 12 threes in their overtime win last night against UCF. They've made 13 threes here tonight. Love goes inside to Trey Townsend.
Ball alive. Good job by Harris to get deep into the paint. Flory using that athleticism.
And Trey It's his third of the game. He's got 9 points.
Not a surprise. We mentioned he shoots 44% in this building. Nice.
Basar at the...
This is a good way to go out if he can close the door on the Wildcats.
Huge second half for that group for Kansas. 5-point game. Dickinson's got 31. Let's see what Love does here. Love looking for space. Bounce pass. Bradley puts it home. An open three to stroke from Bashir Jihad. Ends a 6-0 Arizona run.
Just what the doctor ordered. A lot of times on the road, a made bucket is your best friend. Allows you to get back on D, quiets the crowd.
Jihad just 29% from three, but going inside.
Love what they're seeing, the fight in the opening minutes. Arizona wanted to come out and try to bury ASU in a rivalry game, but the Sun Devils connecting, keeping the crowd out of it.
Corner three, Trey Townsend. Freshman Trevor Best coming in off the bench has been an amazing story for Bobby Hurley in Arizona State recently, as slipping to the bucket and the lay-in. Henry Payton. Speaking of Hilton Magic, the first ever game in this arena was played between these two teams December 2nd, 1971.
Yep, Arizona.
Iowa State beat them 71-54.
Nice pass.
Good look. Love finds Basar for the flush. Trailing by 20. Gilbert turns it over. Yeah. Lewis now the other way.
Yeah, that's sloppy right there. Can't do that. He's got to be a little bit more judicious with the ball.
Bradley off the feed from Love.
That's a great... How good have they been tonight? You haven't even noticed Curtis Jones. Haven't needed him.
Inside and
up and in. Great way to kind of impose their will early on, getting the ball into the paint.
A peek at Arizona's starting lineup at the bottom of your screen. Notice no Trey Townsend. Coach Tommy Lloyd likes Toby Awaka and Henry Basar play together, and that's what overlay. Locked at 4 early on here from Tucson. Love pokes it away, give him 37 steals on the year. Taps it up to Del Orso. Falls!
Baskets. The Utah needs to find ways to get some easy baskets, because against the half-court defense for the entire game, it gets awfully tough.
Well, and that's what you just talked about. The ball bounced their way. Dawes made no mistake ramming home the dunk. Let's see what they do here defensively. Awaka jammed up on the interior, basically triple team, kicks it out to Love. Here's Carter Bryant. Splashed. Lovering doesn't help the effort there, missing 2 free throws. Here's Caleb Love, 17 points, moves it to Del Orso. He's been quiet. Windmill layup somehow falls. Keanu Dawes tees up a 3, his first miss of the night. Caleb Love drops it off for Basar. He puts it up. Has continued to chip away at Utah. On the floor now, Bradley. Oh, like Mahomes to Kelsey. Lead is 11. Don't go anywhere. 1:18 left. Bradley flips it to Carter Bryant. Both teams in the double bonus at this point. Basar, he can shoot it from there. And he showed
goal percentage and 3-point percentage. He's also averaging 70% plus from the free throw line, he'd be the 8th BYU Cougar ever with those numbers if they hold up.
Every player loves shooting a shot at the end of the shot clock. It's a free shot.
All hero, no goat for Yegor Demin. Here's Del Orso. He's got a three. Under 10 to shoot. Saunders does. And he misses. Love clears. And the Cats want to push as usual. Number 15 in the nation in fast break points, but they've been held relatively in check until...
Kevin Young loves to run stuff for Saunders for three out of timeouts. It's just a pin down and Del Orso late on the contest.
Here's the dribble handoff to Love. Now the lob inside, finished by Mason.
They've made 122 more free throws than the opposition.
They're always on the attack. They've got 3 guards who love playing in the paint, John. Baylor's played a lot of zone lately, and this is partially because of the small number of players available.
Del Orso buries the three.
Into the role of a great quarterback for this team.
Leads the conference in assist-to-turnover ratio. Here's Townsend, who's back after missing a couple games due to a concussion. Love in the paint. No look pass. Del Orso got the reverse layup.
Would not let Roberts get to the left hand, but you have to keep this team off the glass.
Inside Vassar with the slam.
And Tommy Lloyd gives him great freedom.
Three-pointer off the mark. Defensive rebound, Del Orso. Love hit that half-court shot to send the game against Iowa State to overtime. He essentially won the game for the Wildcats in the extra session. Good pass by Love. Basket by Lewis. Hughes in, baseline, missed the layup. Rebound to Waka. Love, quick outlet down court to Bradley. What a pass by Love. Bradley gets 2 in transition. Back in the Pac-12 days, a school would just stay here even if there was a separation of a couple days in between games. Transition opportunity. Baseline with the stop. Another great Tugler trying to hack away at it is Bryant. Tugler gets in the lane. Missed that short.
He's not an offensive threat. Wow, what a pass.
Another assist for Love, his 6th.
Better every single game. No question about his defensive prowess.
Love feeling it, drives into traffic, finds Lewis for a reverse layup. That's
for Arizona in their first of the second half.
And Mark, sorry, they're not the kind of turnovers where the ball just goes out of bounds. These are live balls that end up becoming points.
And it immediately brought K.J. Lewis to the scorer's table for Arizona. Largest lead of the game here for K-State of 8. Here's Vassar, one dribble, goes up and around and in. The three ball has not been a friend to either team tonight. Lewis. Back to Love. Let's see if Caleb puts up his first shot of the half. He doesn't, but he gets the assist.
That's why he got a 3-point lead.
Vassar, a dribble, turns and scores with the left hand.
On this possession for Texas Tech. Kerwin Walton had it poked away from behind. Loose ball. Arizona has it. Bradley knocks it ahead. Bradley dumps it home. Coach kicked out. All the emotions, and Christian Anderson scored 10 points in that win on the road. One of the great wins of the season in college basketball for anybody. Caleb Love down low. Bounce pass and a great one to Vassar. 5 of 19. Feels like half those shots they've just kind of flung up in the vicinity of the rim. And you're right, only down 6. Caleb Love just 1 for 6 from the field so far tonight. Enters it down low. Waka challenged but scores anyway. Problems down low tonight. That was a good pass. Love to Vasar, dumps it home. So back to a 2-point game. JT Toppin definitely responded to being put on the bench early. Challenged that shot, no good. Went high to try to grab the rebound, couldn't do it. Here's Love. Love, good pass.
Alertness by Hawkins. That ball got in his hands, and he knew exactly where his guy was.
And now Hawkins is talking to Kayla. This game is going to get real chippy here. Lob, Vasar!
And that was good offense right there by Arizona to push the ball. Caleb Love in the passing lane. Arizona looking to run again.
Dangerous pass by Dibbins, stolen and turned, and it points the other
hand, and you have to shoot it, but it takes a little skill to make it. Cougars still in that 2-3 zone, seeing if Arizona can create ball movement.
Vasar, long two.
Certainly has been looking for a shot. The penetrations, he's a pass-first guard, but tonight he's strictly business as the Cougars push in front by 1.
Vasar driving.
BYU's flirted with both defensively. It looks like they're going to stick straight man-to-man.
Love, Vasar! Stop!
Jihad drains the triple.
How about that? His 17th of the year. He can beat you in and drill it from deep.
The transfer from Ball State is averaging 12.3 points per game.
Nice give to Townsend.
Townsend, crafty post score.
And the empty side.
Second foul called on Vasar. 11-8 Wildcats.
Little pin dribble exchange.
Love yet to get seriously involved here. Set up inside. Bump. Waka. Soft touch.
How about that?
Tough effort. Jaden Quaid's making it happen.
Boy, taking advantage of that pinch post offense ISO.
The lead is 4.
Waka tries to bury you.
Martinez, tray ball.
How about that?
Mason turns the corner. Contact.
Again.
Missed it.
Again, Bryant. Oh, he's in the right spot defensively. Townsend's got what he wants in there.
Set it up for Love.
Nice pass.
Vasar soaring through the air. CBS. 2 out of 2 for Jaden Quaid's big ones.
And now they're extending the floor. A little bit of a wrinkle. Got to be able to recover, though, if they go over the top.
3-point lead. Arizona with possession. Under 4 minutes to go. Into the trusted hands of Bradley.
Containing him is important. And obviously, Love likes to get this kid and shoot the 3.
Bryant, he nails it.
Wow. Quaintance.
Love, kick out. Drive by Lewis. Pull up. Rims out. And another offensive board. Vasar sets it up for Arizona.
Guards got to help a little bit.
1:26 to go. Love has the big. Inside. Vasar catch and release. Extended possession.
He's got 9.
Keep in mind, with a bad shoulder that had surgery after the season, he was first team all Big 12 last year. Nice.
For Tame and Lipsy. He's got 18 to lead all scores.
Well, he's needing to score because Jones has been shut down.
Del Orso being harassed. Waka will try just beyond the free throw line.
Left-handed finishing off the window with the right.
Big time move by Smith up against a known shot blocker. Easy conversion. And now that zone starts to become a little different after a couple of made buckets for
Scoring drought now 2 minutes and 30 seconds for Colorado. Can Ruffin end it? He cannot in the face of Bryant, who may have gotten a piece of that. Bradley puts it in with second gear.
Colorado, a true Tad Boyle coach team. They will not fold. They will not crease. They will not go away.
Vasar.
Keller on the board. That's
such a high-level finish right there. Jamyron Keller is such a strong physical guard that excels when he's getting downhill, seeking out the contact.
Had just 2 points against Colorado in their win this weekend here on his career. Dow driving in, poked away from behind, turnover. Love across for Bradley, open, back-to-back triples for the Wild Cowboys back on top.
Chucky, second shots always go in. You get the offensive rebound, typically, as we used to always say, second shots always go in.
Oklahoma State shooting 5 of 9 from 3. Bryant with the answer.
There's very physical Arizona team. They rebound the ball well.
Losing the dribble that time and turning it over is Walt. Now in transition, Awaka looked like an offensive foul, perhaps. Extended the ball.
Rated college basketball environments. The students are back today. That is the difference between the Big 12 and what the Pac-12 was. And you're seeing it even in the Big 10 for teams like UCLA.
A bit annoyed that he didn't get the foul when he tried to dunk it down the pipe in the middle. And also a lot of contact. But this is Big 12 basketball. Got to play through contact.
Baysar inside and one.
And once again, everybody getting involved in the offensive glass. But for Arizona, it started on defense, and it also started crashing the offensive glass.
Bradley directing traffic. Arizona with the basketball to begin the second half. Love swings it. Del Orso back to Love.
They're in a matchup zone. Got to hit the middle of that zone and counter on the numbers.
Love lost the handle, but had the feed, and is able to find Jaden Bradley. From the three-point line so far here tonight. Nunn hesitates, gets at the basket, had it blocked, knocked away. Love up ahead. Love. Oh, and the throwdown, Bradley.
He's passed by Hall, and Chom with the slam, and UCF on the board.
You force that back line of the defense to have to step up. It vacates the baseline, and Chom is going to work 5 feet and in.
Awaka mid-range is good. They do score at the foul line. 11-3 record on the season. Losses against Wisconsin, LSU in triple overtime. They got beat by 51 against Kansas a week ago, but then bounced back to knock off Colorado the next game.
I think that says a lot about the connectivity of this coaching staff with their players.
By Debo Coleman. Arizona with its largest lead of the game at 12. Love, nice pass. Oh my goodness! Going up and over. Position. Love will challenge. Hall can't finish. D.R. Johnson blew the layup attempt on the putback try. Bradley in the open floor. Spinning. And scoring off the glass.
Manufacture some offense.
That got deflected and still ended up in Coleman's hands, but couldn't hit the three from the corner.
But the other aspect of it, do you get them to take a lesser quality of shot? We saw at times in the first half, UCF took a poor quality of shot.
Baysar, they got the stop. Now can they get the score? Johnson for three. No good. And then Love takes it away from Williams. Ahead to Lewis all by himself. Gets the handle and a goaltending call.
Oh my.
As that hit the back.
Start. Arizona looking for their third straight conference win. Townsend, a double pump. And
be a heck of a player in college basketball. And you see a little bit of it right there.
This is the closest TCU has been since it was just 2-0. And you know, those nasty rebounds. He's got 13 nasty rebounds. They don't have to look good.
I don't think there's anybody in this gym or maybe even the state of Arizona that's going to keep him off the glass. He is built different, physically just imposing his will in the paint. KJ
Start to get a little anxious. This is a team that was up by almost 20 points late against UCLA. Blew that lead. We're getting into one of those tight windows again. Can they close, right?
Absolutely right. Arizona fans have seen this before.
Baystar, pump fakes.
He can make that three.
You don't want to turn your back on Caleb Love. Stuff like this will happen to you. Bang!
And he was able to get that to drop. And still, a 2-possession game. Big possession here for the Wildcats. They've been able to convert on these ball screens. TCU switching giving up mismatches in the paint.
Bryant, no hesitation. Oh, no. Love slips it back door. Owaka finds a way to finish.
Players are. Most players have a little bit of advantage on one area.
But great job swatting that one away. 3-point attempt from Del Orso.
Not a team you want to play, this pesky Samford team, but that worked. And it worked again. Long distance.
For guys that aren't, 20-point per game scorers, because I wasn't post high school, and I knew that I had to stand out somehow and do things that doesn't necessarily show up on a stat sheet, but it amounts to winning.
Time right there.
Sharing with Riley Allenspach out of Charlotte, North Carolina, 4-star prospect coming out of Providence Day School, averaging 10 this year.
Right now for Samford, they got 29 points, but 21 of them from beyond the arc. If it hasn't been the 3-ball, it really hasn't been much of anything for them.
Player.
Yeah, I'd be begging for Conrad. He's the assist guy. Get him out here. He's going to pass.
I love the question you asked, TJ. Who needed the most frosting on their cake when you were the point guard? I love that question.
We have the Ring of Honor at Arizona. We need the Ring of Crybaby.
Here's Caleb Love. Gets inside. Trey Townsend lays it in.
That is efficient in the post. We just haven't seen it enough from this Wildcats front court this season.
A lot of the struggles for Arizona, people bringing up the three-point numbers. It's 31% from deep in the early going. There's the pick and roll, drop off.
Guys. Well, that's a really nice way of you saying, Mike, you're not very smart, so you've got to take information from other people, which I do, but I want to make sure I give them credit when I learn something.
Great drop off of Waka from Caleb Love.
Arizona's got enough after Southern Utah. They're going to be playing UCLA, and they jump into Big 12 play, and TCU, Cincinnati, West Virginia right off the bat.
If you're in your second year playing with Arizona, you're a veteran.
Right.
See, that's how it works. Basically, first and second year members.
That's Krivas and Caleb Love.
Another signature win on the resume. Trying to take down their second ranked foe of the week. And Tucker DeVries is 7 of 9 from deep. Beth, it's his work without the ball. It's how he curls. Need a win to go home with a better than 500 record. They're at 3-3. And they get a takeaway here. Bradley on the run. Got it.
Good eye. Got a good look. Townsend with a rebound. Game's getting a little too fast right now for Oklahoma. They've got to keep this thing under control. A.J. Lewis, all Pac-12 all-freshman honorable mention. Bounce for Love. Love hunting a shot. Del Orso likes to go to that backboard, and he can do. Wow, Jimmy, that's big. That's really big. Good eye got tied up. Love will collect it. 6-point game. Del Orso flips it up for 2. Can they turn it into points here and get a little bit closer? Fears ready to check back in for Oklahoma. Bradley with a quick step lays it in. That was foul, I believe, in the eyes of Matt McKillop. Joe Hurlburt right after that, heading back to the bench. Love will pull up the dribble, swings it underneath, and nicely done there. Waka.
What I like about Arizona so far, Arizona has only taken 4 3-point shots in this game. 25 2-point attempts in this game for Arizona.
They're making 59%. Add to that as never seen that before. A couple of things here in the Bahamas we can say that about today. They start with a dribble down, hands off for Del Orso. Long, nifty feed, and a big fella going on the court. There was a technical foul. Providence hit the free throws. They got the ball back with just seconds to go. Could not hit the game-winning shot. It was a back iron shot. That would have won them the ball game. Here's Townsend. And sinks it.
3 this year, gets his own miss on the runner. Foster open again and misses for the second time.
Foster struggled shooting the ball against Kentucky in Atlanta. Was 0 for 5 from 3.
Bradley off to Love. Shovel pass inside. Arizona players wanted a goaltend, but they'll get the bucket. And
continuing to look inside. Both Townsend and Krivas can get an angle.
Great drive and a chance for 3 for KJ Lewis.
Get it out as quickly as he wanted to. But I think that high-low can still be really effective.
Trying to get it in, and they find Krivas. Now Love. Up top, and it's going to go somehow. As
he reminds me a little bit of a bigger, stronger Franz Wagner. He's just got so many elements to his game, and you know, to harp on it, but I mean, the idea he's only 17 years old is kind of shocking.
And even though he's only 17 years old, great scoop by Bradley.
Fleishman out of the paint.
10 to shoot now. Tonje, tough turnaround, short, and a rebound cleared by Krivas. Bradley, step into it in transition. Got it to go. Soft touch.
Very talented. Like a little doe, though. You know what I mean? Like a young doe. Trying to hang physically.
7-0. Arizona on looking for more. Bradley to the rim. Got it. And one. Transition.
Stress with the team this week was Old Dominion had 20 offensive rebounds in their opening loss to Buffalo that came nearly at the buzzer. Oh, up to Malaka.
Totally, and that the way he shot that three, we'll go back to the highlight in a minute, tease that out a bit. That's going to be what he's going to do more of this year.
Dylan Gottfried with the miss. He's from Newport Beach, California. Played at Last Chance U JUCO basketball. That one ring
of that early in the year, at least from Arizona last year.
Shutout continues. That was a pretty look, by the way. Well earned by Jasmine Senga, the CSUN Cal State Northridge transfer. That's a part of his game. Canisius at the end of May.
Yeah, and that's a kind of a one-on-one move. Arizona plays such good defense. You're going to see this Canisius team. These guys are going to have to make their own moves every once in a while.
One more pass from Love, and it's
tough for you to get a pass around him.
Krivas sits down with a point in 4 minutes. 0 of 1 from the floor for Krivas, 1 of 2 from the line. We'll keep our eye on him throughout. Beautiful 3 years, 88 and 20. Let alone opener domination. Beautiful touch. Yes. 30-point Arizona lead. Give me another chance for double Nichols as he brings the basketball up. Well, look at the no-look pass from Caleb Love.